Russia, the largest country in the world, occupies 1/10 of all the land on Earth. It has the second largest art museum or longest railways in the world and is home to many billionaires. The vast nation that stretches from Eastern Europe across the Eurasian landmass. It was the most powerful republic of the former Soviet Union. Russia has incredible mountains, beaches, deserts, ethnic villages, spectacular volcanoes, and glaciers spreading over 2 continents and bordering 14 countries. It spans 11 time zones across 2 continents, Europe and Asia, and has shores on 3 oceans, the Atlantic, Pacific, and the Arctic Ocean. Russia has around 100,000 rivers, including some of the longest and most powerful in the world. And the region of Siberia, which occupies 3/4 of Russia. It is a unique combination of cultures and influences, making it one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Russia is on the bucket list of every traveler. Here's a look at the best tourist attractions in Russia. Number 10. Red Square, Moscow. Red Square is one of the oldest and largest squares in Moscow, the capital of Russia. It is one of the most famous squares in the world. In the first half of the 20th century, Red Square became famous as the site of official military parades and demonstrations intended to display the strength of Soviet armed forces. Red Square is the famous square in the city. It's surrounded by impressive buildings, monuments, cathedrals, museums, and commercial galleries. The most important and a symbol of the country as a whole. Here's a look at the same famous place in Red Square, the Kremlin, St. Basil's Cathedral, Kazan and the Lenin Mausoleum, and many more. Number 9. Kazan Cathedral, St. Petersburg. Kazan Cathedral is also known as the Cathedral of Our Lady of Kazan, is a cathedral of the Russian Orthodox Church on the Nevsky Prospect in St. Petersburg. It is devoted to Our Lady of Kazan. Construction of the cathedral started in 1801 and continued for 10 years and its completion in 1811. Petersburg Kazan Cathedral became a symbol of and a memorial to the Russian victory in the Patriotic War of 1812, when Napoleon invaded the country. The Russian commander-in-chief General Mikhail Kutuzov sought divine help from Our Lady of Kazan. Number 8. St. Isaac's Cathedral, St. Petersburg. St. Isaac's Cathedral was originally the city's main church and the largest cathedral in Russia. It was built between 1818 and 1858 by the French-born architect Auguste Montferrand, to be one of the most impressive landmarks of the Russian imperial capital. Is it a large architectural landmark cathedral that currently functions as a museum with occasional church services in St. Petersburg, Russia? St. Isaac's Cathedral soars majestically above the rooftops and Golden Dome. It is about 101.5 meters high. Its area is 4,000 square meters. Number 7. Lake Baikal, Siberia. Russia. Lake Baikal is the world's deepest lake with a maximum depth of 1,642 meters 5,387 feet, and the oldest lake at 25 to 30 million years. It is 31,722 square kilometers 12,248 square miles. And the world's 7th largest lake by surface area. It is among the clearest and freshwater lakes. It is becoming a famous spot when as frozen the water freezes layer by layer. Lake Baikal ice is also the most transparent in the world. You can see everything to the bottom: fish, green stones, plants, and a bluish gulf. The water in the lake is so clear that you can see various objects even as deep as 40 meters, 130 feet. A lot of travelers are moving about on skates, bicycles, or sleds. Number 6. Moscow State University, Moscow. Moscow State University, one of the most prestigious universities in Russia, it houses the tallest educational building in the world, and hosts more than 47,000 students, welcoming 4,000 international students every year. It was founded in 1755 by Mikhail Lomonosov. Moscow State University includes a number of scientific research institutes. Is the tallest of 7 Moscow skyscrapers. It remains the tallest educational building in the world. Number 5. St. Basil's Cathedral, Moscow. Basil's Cathedral was completed in 1561 to celebrate Russian victory over the Khanate of Kazan. The cathedral was recognized as significant and irreplaceable national monument by the Soviets. With its scarlet red walls and fantastical onion-shaped domes, it's no wonder that St. Basil's Cathedral is considered to be one of the most unique feats of Russian architecture. St. Basil's is a cluster of buildings, a central church surrounded by 9 auxiliary churches. Number 4. Kremlin, Moscow. Kremlin is the official residence of the President of the Russian Federation since 1991. The Kremlin is a fortified complex in the heart of Moscow. Inside there are 5 palaces, 4 cathedrals, and an enclosing wall. The Grand Kremlin Palace is also located inside. A Kremlin is a major fortified central complex found in historic Russian cities. The site has long been the center point for Russia's most defining historical and political events. Was built from 1837 to 1849 in Moscow. Number 3. Bolshoi Theater, Moscow. Moscow Bolshoi Theater, official name State Academic Bolshoi Theater of Russia, is one of the leading ballet and opera companies in the world with more than 200 dancers. Home to one of the oldest, and probably the most famous, ballet and opera companies in the world, Bolshoi Theater is definitely one of Moscow's major landmarks. The Bolshoi Theater presently has a seating capacity of 2,153 spectators. Number 2. Memorial Museum of Cosmonautics, Moscow. The Memorial Museum of Cosmonautics is a museum in Moscow, Russia, dedicated to space exploration. It is located within the base of the monument to the conquerors of space in the northeast of the city. Today the Museum of Cosmonautics is the only museum in Moscow region that collects, keeps and popularizes material relics that are connected to the history of space exploration. According to the Russian Tourist Board, the museum's collection holds approximately 85,000 different items and receives approximately 300,000 visitors yearly. Number 1. Peter and Paul Fortress, St. Petersburg, Russia. The Peter and Paul Fortress is the original citadel of St. Petersburg, Russia, founded by Peter the Great in 1703 and built between the first half of 1700s and early 1920s. It served as a prison for political criminals. It has been a museum since 1924. It was named in honor of the Russian Orthodox feast day of Saints Peter and Paul.